Now, with a show of thumbs up with the like button down below, let us know if you consider this financial advice. I'll tell you it's not financial advice. I can put all the disclaimers in the description and on the screen, but like it up down below because you love the content, but also if you see it as financial advice, telling you it's not. But anyway, go ahead. Let's move on with the rest of the video. You know there are timestamps in the description down below to skip ahead to any part of the video. Today's video, October stocks. Let's have a look at some great October stocks to put onto the watch list for the month of October. Now, like with all the videos, I'm going to structure it in a nice, simple and easy to use manner. We're going to start at the macro view of the charts, go down to the micro view, talk about the market sentiment because that's the big thing. And then I'm going to give you my opinion on buy, sell or wait. So if you're frothing to see some more stocks of the month of October, go ahead and destroy that like button down below. Let's go and nerd it out in the charts. Let's begin the nerding up here, and this is Discord. We're going to hit the charts in just a sec, but when you come across to Discord, you'll land here in new members. Now, the link is in the description down below, so all you got to do is click that, jump across to here, and then once you are here, your name comes up, right? Then you just go across to join members, and at the bottom here, type in ASX and enter. From that point, me, this little old dog here, hello crypto, I will click on your name and then add you as an ASX trial member, and you guys will get free 2 weeks into this whole Discord group. There is a ton of stuff in here that you can learn for technical analysis, candlesticks, lots of support and resistance, lots of patterns, and this one big thing that the other OG trader in here has just put in is stock updates. Now, this is something you can go across and read through there. It's a huge update on the ASX 200. So, won't bore you with that anymore. Go and check it out. Link is in the description. Click it after this video. Let's get started with the first stock being Flight Centre. So I've got Flight Centre here as one of the first stocks in our October watch list. Now, the reason for Flight Centre is it's been crushed over this last COVID crash. The same with Webjet, which is another one on our list. Now, they're in the same sector, I know that, but we're going to have a look at both of these and just see which ones we can pick for our October watch list or something to purchase later down the track. I love it. It's 2 billion market cap, 7% dividend yield. If this thing ever comes back, if it doubles, gets to 28 bucks, your 7% has now just grown to 14% dividend yield. That's of course if they continue to pay out the dividend. So let's have a quick look at the chart, and we're going to start on the macro view. Macro view is telling us we look like we may be at a bottom. What am I first seeing? I haven't looked at this chart before, even though a lot of people have asked for it. This is the bottom low of the COVID crash, and I see another considerable low here back in 2006. It did break it slightly in 2009, but then pumped away from, it was around $4 at that point, up until $60. What do I love about this? I love that there is huge volume coming in at this low. I'm not totally sold or convinced on it just yet. It does have the possibility to break down further, but if I've got to think of it from a potential future gain, we don't know what's going to happen in the next 12 months when it comes to travel. This could still be destroyed in 12 months. Look, if things start to open up again, then this is going to shoot off before you're even ready for it. That's why I like the look of this really, really high volume at these low levels, and it's continuing to hold a level which has shown previous support. That's pretty much what I'm looking at here in terms of something for the watch list. Now, I want to see a little bit more pattern occur here. So what I'm going to do is break it down to the 1 week chart. Now, the 1 week has started creeping up, and I suspect that's what we'll see in the future weeks to come. So what I'm seeing here is weekly bars, these four in particular, on high volume, and the market still has not been able to come back and break these. It's been a couple of months now, or coming up to a couple of months, and this little bar here, a big red reversal on high-ish volume, and then the market's just pulled away this week. So I want to see the weekly close come in above this high, which is $14.07. I'd love to see it close above that. So this would be high up on my list, Flight Centre. It's not a typical bottoming pattern that I'd love to see, although it is a kind of Adam and Eve. You almost got like a double bottom set up here on the lowering volume as it's coming down, which is a good thing. So this is definitely something that I'll be having on my watch list, especially if they continue to pay out those dividends and your stock goes from 14 bucks, gets to 28. We know it's gone to 60 before. Your dividend looks absolutely amazing from these levels. The risk with the next one as well, with Webjet, is if travel doesn't come back for another 2 years, then this could see further drops. But look, this is the way the game goes. You've got to be in it, risk it for the biscuit. Let's move on. Webjet, have a look at this one. It's half the market cap, slightly lower dividend yield at 5.77, 1.3 billion market cap, and the chart looks very similar. Now, it's no surprise that it looks similar because it's in a similar industry, and you'd probably expect the profit and losses to be around the same if they're both good companies. One thing I did notice with both Flight Centre and Webjet is that they are topping out in 2019. So May or April of 2019, and Flight Centre topped out, I think, a little bit earlier in like 2018. So I wonder what was going on there. So this is August 2018, they topped out. So their profit started to drop probably earlier than that, and it's been reflected in the charts. Now, they also had their top in 2018 and came back 2019, but even by 2020, when everything was going really well, they still weren't at their other high. So there was something coming into this market to show that travel may have been dropping off earlier than we knew. Remember, when we are looking at the news, when you're seeing the news come out, it's not fresh. It's very, very old, the stuff that you get from the mainstream media. People in the know knew something around 2018-19 for both stocks that travel would be declining. We're not saying that they knew about coronavirus, but the stats were showing that travel was possibly starting to ease off as well. So maybe it's had its time, maybe it's going through its cycle, and it maybe look ripe for the picking yet again. That's why I like the look of both of these stocks. And if I'm just purely looking at it from a very speculative basis, we're currently at around $4 on Webjet. This has gone to 16 in the past. So there's a potential 4x there, or 4 times the money. Flight Centre, now Flight Centre's gone up to 60, but it's currently at around 14. So, $15 into 60, again, that's about 4x. So it's about the same sort of return that you could expect on either, but Webjet's at a lower market cap. We can see that here, 1.3 billion, and Flight Centre is 2.8 billion. So it's about half the size. Therefore, it has the potential to increase in bigger amounts than Flight Centre because it's a smaller market cap overall. That's not to say that it will, but that's something that I take into consideration when I'm looking at these charts, when I'm looking at something to purchase for my portfolio. And if they're in the similar sector, I'm going to see, do they have the same strong fundamentals? Do the technicals look very similar? How can I continue to break down the stocks so that I can find the one that I want to purchase? And seeing as these two are quite similar, that's probably the next stage that I would go to. So for me, are either of these a buy, sell, or wait? Personally, they could be both. So we have two strategies there. One is if you're more aggressive, you'd get in now, keep tight stops. And the other is if you're more conservative, you would just wait for the breakout of these current highs at around $4, potentially the highs at around $4.80, because that gives you the confirmation that the market is heading higher. Let's move on to the third and final stock for this October watch list. And I have to say a big thank you to a friend that I just met over the last couple of days on my morning coffee walk. I go and pick up a coffee in the morning, go walk down to the beach. Met this guy, he's got a baby. I'm about to have a baby in a few weeks. And we just started talking. Yes, dads can do it too, or expected dads. And he was telling me about this stock here, Noxopharm. Got in reasonably early, and now it's just a bit more than doubled. And I thought I'd have a look at it on the chart, and it kind of looks pretty good. The volume has been huge, but the stock continues to push up. So that's sort of showing me that there might be some more legs in this. If you've heard of this, Noxopharm NOX, let us know in the comments down below. Let me know if it's something on your list. What do you like the look of? For me, it was literally something that I looked at today, and I thought I would throw it on the list because it is a tiny, tiny market cap of 80 million. Obviously no dividend yield, highly speculative. It's at its lows, so there's more potential for a nice increase from here, considering I believe a low has been put in around these levels back in March, and the volume's increasing. Maybe we see a pullback, maybe we don't, but I definitely see some sort of resistance coming above at around sort of 50-ish cents, and at these highs of 65 cents. Now, if it does tend to fall back from this point, I would probably look at somewhere around that level of about 24 cents. So remember, these low caps are very volatile, so you'd have to expect big drawdowns in your account if you are looking to gamble on these stocks. But I'll leave Noxopharm there. It's something for the watch list, and I'll just quickly drop it down to a weekly chart because it's just making nice runs up, pullback, up, pullback, up, pullback. It's just stepping up beautifully, and that makes me excited. So throw it on your list. Not saying to buy it, not saying to sell it, not saying any of that. Remember, not financial advice, but if you do consider it financial advice, like the video down below. And if you found value from it, of course, like the video down below. So let us know in the comments down below if you have seen Noxopharm on your list before, if you've seen it come up. And let's dive into it in a little bit more detail in future videos. But that's where I want to leave it today for this October watch list. The 3 stocks there. I've got Webjet, Flight Centre, and Noxopharm. Let us know in the comments which are on your October watch list, and I may include them in future videos that we can check out throughout the month to see how they've progressed. And of course, the links to crypto.com are also in the description down below. You can pick up your own card and get your interest return on your AUD or USD up to 12% per annum. And of course, your cryptocurrencies as well, you can earn interest on those. Heaps more videos coming up this week, guys, especially on the banks, because there has been some law regulations changed, and I think that has affected their stock prices. Be sure to subscribe down below for more of this content, and I'll catch you guys at the next video. Thanks again for the support. Love the comments. Catch you at the next one. Till then, have more fun to get more done. Peace out.